Out there that don't know, when you out here trying to get your son or your daughter these new sneaks and they tell you that they dropped this day and this time or whatever, and you know, and you don't get them, is because it's a great chance that it's a bot. Because where I'm from, when I was young, and the sneaker guy, or the sneaker dude, the sneaker truck, he was always a black dude around my way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying. And that's going back to doing the roots of people being able to go get these abundance of sneaker. And it wouldn't be that much of abundance, but just these are the sneakers. And it would always be this guy in his car. Mm-hmm. And we talking like the 80s, early 90s. It would be a big car, you know what I'm saying? And he'll pop the trunk and have shoe boxes back there. And it would only usually be the sneaker that is hitting.
Right.
It would be one sneaker. It would be that one Air Jordan that came out, and it would probably be a great chance that he wouldn't have your size because he didn't already sold it, or he couldn't get his hands on that size.
Or your neighborhood was the third stop for the day.
But his hustle was a little different, and probably before its time at that time to be able to go. And not only that, when it was a resale back then, the prices wasn't as astronomical.
The sneaker man was the original GOAT in StockX.
Exactly.
And he wasn't trying to beat you in the head.
And he wasn't trying to beat you that bad.
Because he was from the same neighborhood.
Yeah. It would be probably maybe $40 more, and $50 more.
Maybe, right? And then then you felt like, yo, that was a good deal because you understood the value.
Because you knew that they wasn't getting them nowhere else. But they were bought out at other places, majority by the people that got there and caught them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That Saturday, you got to go to your mom and your mom got paid and got you those joints. Or if you was old enough, you was free enough, and you knew
where to go outside of your neighborhood to the sneaker store, because you knew in the other neighborhoods they wasn't rocking them joints like that.
And that was another thing also. Every store wasn't getting them like that. That's a whole nother thing, that every store wasn't getting Jordan. Every sneaker store didn't get Jordans. You know what I'm saying?
No, they didn't. Or just certain sneakers. Like, I remember when right before I started my senior year in high school, and these Air Force Ones came out, and they were the Air Force One highs, and they had the gold check. This was the first time gold had ever been put on the Air Force One, and I was pressed like Niagara starch press to get them joints. And because it was a thing, if you was the first person that had it, it didn't matter who had them on Tuesday. You wore them first on Monday. But I was not the first person to have them. I can't remember his name, but I remember I walked into school because I was supposed to get them. I couldn't find them. They didn't have my size. And I was going to get them the next day because I had found a place and they said they was going to hold them for me. And it was like, I was so distraught when I seen him with them joints on. I didn't even get them.
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't even get them. Look, we are not here to hate on nobody's hustle, right?
Nope.
We're not here to hate on nobody's hustle. If you got the money to buy the $1,000 bot and then buy up 17 pairs of sneakers and you flip it and that's how you make your money, we don't pocket watch here. We're not pocket watching here. But in addition to us not pocket watching, two things could be true. We don't give a fuck about how you make your money, and it could also be true that how you making your money is kind of fucked up.
Funny.
You know what I'm saying?
You
like
making your money kind of funny.
it leaves a lot of people out in the cold. It leaves a lot of kids out there. And I'm not even trying to pull the kid, pull at your heartstrings, this and that shit.
No.
It's 30, 40, 50-year-old people who never got this particular shoe.
No.
And now the shoe has been re-released and they can't wait. I couldn't wait to get the 8s.
Nah, what I don't like is when and I'm keeping it, I don't like I'm not knocking that dude from the hood that's getting his hustle on. I'm knocking the dude that once mocked the culture, don't have nothing, just trying to rape it. You know what I'm saying? As usual, as they do other stuff. It's just like that is the one that I am knocking. You know what I'm saying? The people that can sit at home and pluck stereotypes and then still invest in it. Right.
Because then when you see like, other shows like podcasts, or you see like the news on the internet, these media pages and stuff like that, when they start talking, when they have little conversations about hype beasts and sneakers and bots and stuff, and you want to sit down and hear about the professional side of it, right? The representatives don't look like anybody from the culture, right? Mm-hmm. The people who are able to sit here and give you information about how the bots work, they don't normally look like us.
No.
Right? All these people who are on Complex, right? Or when you see people with all these sneakers and this and that and the third, sometimes they look like us. A lot of the times they don't look like us, right? And so then we start talking about cultural appropriation, right? And some people have a problem with, black people do this, or, like we talk about black women, they wear weaves and this and that and the third. The issue becomes that you are now the face of the thing that comes from a culture that you don't represent, that you're not a part of, which is fine, but you don't give the credit to where you got it from. The fact that you into sneakers to the point where you are able to flip these sneakers, to buy all of these sneakers because you have access, because you have the finances to buy bots that people in the culture don't have. Yeah. They might be able to come up with maybe enough money for 2 or 3 pairs of Yeezys so they can flip it, so they can pay their rent. But now you are the face, you are the person, you are the sneaker guru, you are the bot guru.
Not even,
but that's what I'm saying. That's part of the problem, right?
The problem is the people the problem is the regular Joes out here, the regular real sneakerheads that are not involved or invested in reselling the sneakers. The problem is they're not getting the sneakers.
That's what I'm saying. So it's a two-part conversation, right? The conversation should be about the regular average Joe who loves sneakers, but they're not able to get the sneakers, right? And so why are they not able to get the sneakers? Because these people are buying the bots, and the people who are buying the bots, and now there's a conversation around the bots. Mm-hmm. Those people who are the face of the problem, right? Yeah. Don't look like us. And they're not talking about why they're in the game in the first place.
Because we're going to buy it. And it's just like with anything else that we make famous. Like, for instance.
So now, hold on. Now the black person, the sneakerhead, the average Joe who can't buy the sneaker, now the sneaker that they really wanted is on StockX for $500. Mm-hmm. Now somebody who's not in the culture finds out that Tyrone at the workplace spent $500, and now they looking at him again talking about, black people paying $500 for sneakers. But the reason why he had to pay $500 is because from somebody who's not from the culture has forced the price tag to go up.
Tripled it.
Thank you.
Quadrupled it.
That's my point. It all comes back to the bullshit of the people who are not part of the culture. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that was my end point.
I get it. You got it.
It's frustrating. It's annoying.
Straight up.
It's annoying. And it's just, I'm just annoyed, because a person like you said, I stood in line one time, I'm not doing it that way.
Like the regular Joe, and it's kind of been killing it for a while, you know what I'm saying? For a couple years now. Like it was just better with the whole raffle, the whole standing in line, and the whole standing in line is not even a raffle. That's just standing in line and taking your place and hoping by the time it gets to you that they'll have your size left.
Yeah.
Those 15 people in front of you might wear 9.5 too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they only got 6 9.5s when they came in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you gotta hope at the 15th person in line that you can get your size. Or if you want them that bad, you probably end up getting a half size up or something like that.
Exactly.
Possibly, if you can't, like, you know.
Or maybe like the early version of having a bot is if you was at this store and you had your homeboy at the store across town, and y'all like, yo, where you at in line? Whoever gets the shoe first, I'll give you the money.
Like that's
really the extent of cheating the system.
And to me, that's not even. That's
not
really
cheating the system.
That's work. Like you have to go out and work to do that.
Yes. Like,
You know
first of all,
what I'm
you gotta
saying?
find somebody who's willing to get online and stand on another line for you.
So now, how much is your appreciation for that shoe now?
Your appreciation is through the roof.
You know what I'm saying?
Right? Then you're gonna be a person who wears the shoe.
That wears the shoe.
That's another conversation.
Yep.
Right? Probably a subsection of this, because people who buy all these shoes and stuff, they don't even be wearing their shoes.
No.
They don't even be wearing their kicks. Like,
Trust me, you'll go look and you'll see these videos of resellers, and sometimes, I'm going to say half the time, I don't know what it is, like now it's been a while, but they used to hide their face.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen some where they actually hide their face because,
Right.
I mean, understood, one, you don't want everybody to know that you got all of these sneakers in your garage. You know what I'm saying?
'Cause that's money.
And two, you know, just the guilt factor of being one of those people with bots that's, it's not illegal, but it's almost like an illegal way of just
Yeah.
fucking cutting off.
You run into the wrong person
People-
who recognize you from some shit on the internet. Like, yo, you the reason why I could. It's the third time they released the 8s and I can't get them.
Yeah, so, you know, people out there that don't know, when you're out here trying to get your son or your daughter these new sneaks and they tell you that they dropped this day and this time or whatever, and, you know, and you don't get them, is because it's a great chance that
It's a great
it's
chance.
a bot.
It's a great chance, especially if it's a very high valued sneaker.
Yeah.
You know, how do you guys feel about the situation with the bots? Have you ever had an issue at 9:59 in the morning
Yeah,
and can't get
I
that
have a
shoe?
video where
I remember
I
that.
screen recorded my phone to where I can't remember, it was a pair of LeBrons, and I actually wasn't even trying to get these LeBrons. I was just trying to show people that didn't believe me or whatever, or just had to I wanted other people to witness how fast it happens. So I start recording my screen at 9:59. It's like 9:59 and 30 seconds. I start recording my screen. It'll say when it's coming out at first, the button that you're going to press. So you're waiting for 10 o'clock a.m. Saturday morning or whatever. As soon as it turns 10 o'clock, it goes from buy and it switches instantly to sold out.
There ain't no way. Ain't no way that's a person.
Instantly.
Yeah.
Instantly.
I know. I remember you showed me that.
Instantly. Like it was just crazy. It was just like, why even go on the site? It was like you had to actually be there the second at 9:59 to 10 o'clock to see it go from, really 10 o'clock to 10 o'clock in 1 second, to watch it go from buy now to sold out. That fast.
I mean, and a lot of the, you know, the companies went to like online purchasing, like you said, the pandemic, but also because the pandemonium that sneaker releases started to cause in the stores, the violence, you know what I'm saying, the damage. People, you know, so
and they kind of, I'm sorry, they kind of got a control of that also.
Like the reason why they had to start figuring out things like that was because people just lining up for, you know what I'm saying, Jordan 1s,
and people was getting robbed in line.
People was getting robbed and hurt and then security and then police
and all of that. Yeah.
So I totally understand why we progressed to like raffles and things like that online. But now the other side, the progression was supposed to have been a good thing. And like all good things, somebody always finds a way to circumvent the system and it becoming a bad thing.
Yeah, true indeed.
So how y'all feel about it?
Yeah, fuck bots.
We'll be back.
On to the next one.
On to the next one.